everyone. Today I want to talk about mentorship. I have a mentor here at NIST. He was assigned to me through a leadership program. He's a great guy. He's in a different department than I am. He's a big thinker, whereas I am detail-oriented. He's also a male, whereas I'm a female. So I like getting his perspective on all different kinds of things. On projects, ideas, gender differences in the workplace. I really appreciate his input. Actually, that's a lie. I only appreciate his feedback on projects and ideas. I do not appreciate his feedback on gender differences in the workplace. During our first meeting, we discussed an assignment that we had done for this leadership project. It's called a 360 evaluation, where you give a test to your fellow colleagues, and they rate you on all different kinds of questions. And then you get the feedback anonymously about how the people around you rate you. And I got some feedback that I thought was interesting, and I wanted to discuss with my mentor how I could use it to improve my productivity, my success here at NIST. But he gave me some advice that I just didn't like. And I didn't tell him to his face that I didn't like the advice, but in my mind, the more I thought about it, I decided to say no. No to his advice. But before I tell you what his advice was, I want to share with you two other people who said no to advice they were given. Imagine 2008, we're at the Beijing Olympics, Summer Olympics, track and field. A young man bursts onto the stage, charisma, makes you want to watch this sport all over again. And he sets a world record and runs the 100-meter dash in 9.69 seconds. And if you don't know how fast that is, it's 23 miles per hour. So a man runs 23 miles per hour for 9.69 seconds. Anybody want to guess who I'm talking about?
Bolt.
Yes, Usain Bolt. My hero. The only reason I watch track and field these days, well, before he retired, sadly, but his YouTube videos are hilarious. Usain Bolt is 6'5", and that is tall for a sprinter, because to the sport, a man that tall cannot turn over his feet, his legs very quickly, just the way he's built. But did Usain Bolt let that stop him from doing what he loved? No. He ran and he ran, and he found a coach who worked with him tirelessly to improve his form so that he can turn over his feet as quickly as the shorties. And actually, his height gives him advantage. He only has to take 40 strides to complete the 100 meter, but everyone else has to take 47. So he used it to his advantage. When he grew up and people said, no, you can't be a sprinter, he said, and he went on and became a top world runner. The second person that I want to introduce you to, she was the first African-American principal in the American Ballet Company after 75 years. She actually didn't start ballet until she was 13 years old, which is very late to start that sport, and she was a prodigy. She's now the face of Coach, Under Armour, and other companies. Does anyone guess who I'm talking about? Misty Copeland. Misty Copeland. And what happened was she started ballet at 13, was a prodigy, started all these wonderful ballets, and then puberty hit. And puberty gave her curves, and it changed the way that ballerinas should look, because they're usually stick straight, and she was not anymore. But did she quit ballet? No, she didn't quit ballet. She kept working hard, and now she's the first African-American principal of the American Ballet Company. So Usain Bolt Misty Copeland, when they were told no in their lives, they didn't roll over and give up. They doubled down on their no, and they chased their dreams, and they worked hard. So now I'd like to tell you what my mentor told me. So in my 360 evaluation, it showed that I am a good communicator. I build relationships very well. I'm a friendly person. And I told this to my mentor, and he told me that maybe I shouldn't be so friendly because as a woman, you might be perceived as a nice, fun person, but not anybody with any technical expertise. So I walked away from that meeting thinking, you know what, maybe he's right. Maybe I should tone it down because I do want to be seen as a technical expertise. But the more I thought about it, the more I got angry at his advice. Because I don't feel like I have to be someone different to be a technical expertise. I can show my technical expertise by being a technical expert. So I doubled down on his no, I doubled down on the smile, and I doubled down on my laughter, and I doubled down on my exuberance, I'll call it. And I feel like it's helped me immensely. Because not only has it helped me personally to just be able to be myself, but I feel like if I can be myself, then other women around me can be themselves. And they don't have to be quiet and demure and a stereotypical woman in a male-dominated scientific community. They can be themselves and be successful. So one day when I'm on the portrait gallery or I become the director of NIST, you'll see this smile. I will not be a somber leader. I will be my personal best. And I want to challenge you or ask you, when's the last time someone told you no? Or someone told you, or someone will tell you no? What is your response going to be? Will it be, yeah, I guess you're right? Or is it going to be, no, I don't agree with you. I'm doubling down on my no and trying to be the best self I can be. So Toastmasters and guests, I thank you for your time, and I hope that one day you can say yes to yourself and no to the haters. All right, thank you.